Okay. Well, until now, some of you can feel the benefits of meditation, but maybe some of you still do not. Shall I know if you meditate daily, you feel some change? Can you please put up your hand? One. So the rest, not that obvious. Okay. Okay. Well, maybe if let's say, yes, to some families, okay. The way I see it, if let's say you're still unresponsive to the energy exercise, the only thing I can help is the qigong. After trying the qigong still cannot work well, you have to look for other master already. The last thing I can let you try lah. Okay. Sometimes energy exercise, 10 people practice, 8 or 9 will respond to it. Energy exercise, qigong also same lah. You have to try it. Okay, have some time and try it. If it didn't work well, it happens that your meditation concentration obviously can improve. Usually after 1 or 2 sessions, already can improve. Okay, so this is the only. This is my last weapon. It doesn't work. Nothing I can offer. Some more. Okay. So let's take a look at it. We talk about the benefit of meditation. The third one is the condition, all right? So when we talk about the conditions, it's about the self-restraint, method of repentance, self-edification of measure of offense. Okay, for this part, for Mahayanese Buddhists, they know it better, especially we have some childhood ceremony to help people for this part, right? 3.2 is about the occupation. 3.3 is about the leisure and quiet place, outer courses business, and close to Kayana Mitata. Well, I think for those who have already joined 1-day retreat, you know this very well. Okay. So I think 2 of you haven't joined yet. You don't really know how does it apply in your life. Okay. Then 4.0 is condemn desire and abandon hindrances. Okay, we have gone through all of it. Okay. Maybe a few things I can try to remind you that usually during the meditation or in the daily life, I mean, this will create disturbance to you. Okay. Anyway, in Buddhism, we have a specific method for each of the defilements, and we have a specific retreat. Okay. Okay, for abandoned greed, usually they will join the azuba, formless contemplation, which is more common in Thailand, all right? Hatred is they will join the 1-day retreat or 3-day retreat for the metta bhavana, which is more common both in Thailand and also in Myanmar. Okay, these 2 methods is more common there. Abandon, sloth, and torpor usually, and worry and restlessness usually is anapanasati itself can handle the worry and restlessness directly. Okay, this method is common everywhere. And please remember that by practicing anapanasati, it doesn't mean you wish to be Theravada or Arhanship. It doesn't mean that. For Mahayanese and Theravada, both of them, you can choose anapanasati, but the mind is the cause. If you aim for Buddhahood, anapanasati itself will become the Dharma door for the Mahayana. And if you, even though you do the anapanasati and you aim to become Arhanship, the method and the mind itself will direct you for the Arhanship. Okay, so that is how the fasting that is the key point not the method. If let's say you wish to return the Amitabha, but you wish finally to become Arhanship, finally you won't become Buddha. The method will be confined by your fasting. So actually fasting is the most important point, not the Dharma itself. Okay, in Mahayana, it happens that most of the people, since they don't really understand the meaning behind Amitabha, so what they do usually just maybe how to say that they just migrate to certain places like a refugee. What they think, okay? So because why they don't have a really fasting, they don't really have the Buddhahood, the bodhicitta. So this is the key point. Okay, you got a key point first, then you choose the method, and that will be more appropriate and accurate. And abandoning the doubt, okay, not very specific how to tackle this problem. Okay, then all of this in 1-day retreat, I do mention that you can use a meridian way to tackle it, but also whether it's responsive or not, it depends on individual. Okay. Okay, we go to practice now. All right. is a meditation for sitting. Okay, we talk about samatha and vipassana. I think today we are about in this one. Let's take a look. Oh yes, meditating by sitting. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, meditating by sitting. The first is the samatha. We have gone through. We talk about the body adjustment and the breath adjustment. Now we go to the method of breathing in the first place to understand what is your breath. Okay, please, basically.
Basically, there are 4 types of breathing action. One is using the vigorous exercise, such as playing basketball, or the speed and strength of breathing is similar. This is not suitable for meditation. You are depressed and saddened once you are okay. Never take weak and excited. You should lie down for a while and meditate.
Okay, please continue.
Breath, chi. This is the normal breath, which is bearable. Beginning 18 times for each minute. This is the minimal requirement and the security for breathing. Breath, chi. There are 4 types in total. Breathing by nose. The basic type of meditating is using nose for breathing. Instead of 16 or 18 times each minute. The difference between chi and speed. Breathing is now forgettable. With normal speed and natural by lungs. Observing the breath, may fasten it and concentrating, while slowing down the cause tightness in the chest. If you are noticed that the basic breathing such as dizziness and so on, adjust your breath for 4 seconds for each in and out to make you feel comfortable.
Okay, please highlight the point. Okay, we try to go through. Number 1 is about the wind. This is just after vigorous exercise. I think we all tried before. Everybody try it, vigorous exercise. Maybe, I think you didn't do exercise, right? Just do the chops, right? Or you didn't go to jogging, all this age, or we do, How about Ling? You do exercise? Not really that type of exercise, So what do you do? Crossfit, that's all. Walking, that's all. Because old age already, you don't do the cycling or this. Alright, if let's say after you do the exercise, you are okay, we don't meditate at this particular section. Okay, 2 sorry, can you sit there a little bit? And can you sit there a little bit? Because I cannot have eye contact with 2 of you. Not 2 of you. There. Sure, I can see both of you. It's very clear in front of me. I cannot see that. Without eye contact, it feels like I will ignore them. Okay, yes, okay. I think if you see me, you need to say I will see you also, right? Okay. So second is the gaps, okay. If you're depressed and saddened, once you are scared, nervous, sick and weak, you should lie down for the rest and meditate only after recovery. Okay, yes, according to the text, you should, we can, you are encouraged to meditate after the recovery, but I hope that before you graduate from the class, you can recover by using meditation methods and recover as soon as possible from depressed sessions. Okay, now here for this course, the purpose is we hope that after you get the method of Anapanasati or with the mantra or you join the Qigong wherever, our main purpose is if let's say one day you are really depressed due to certain things happen to you. Okay, we hope that by using your method you can recover very soon. How do we know that? It's about 1 day retreat. If let's say 1 day retreat or maybe a 2-hour meditation, you can get the joy, meaning to say that you can control your mind very soon. No matter what method is it, or mantra, Qigong, visualization, whatever. As long as that method you can get back the joy, meaning to say that you already possess the power for self-healing. So make sure that you practice, okay, before you leave the class. So meaning to say that one day you are very sad, usually you used to hide in your room, then you can start do Anapanasati or mantra or Nian or whatever, then you will recover soon. I think we still will set okay, for anything happen, I think especially the most attached one. For your age, I think the most attached is the grandchildren. Your age. Oh, I see. Sorry. I think maybe your son is still a great attachment, right? For women usually. Grandson, maybe not son already, right? Oh, your son not married. How so your son? Yeah. Why wrong? why all wrong? I don't know. Okay, so it depends on individual, all right. Okay, then this is what I try to emphasize. And one crucial point you can check for yourself is once you meditate, no matter what method you use, your vertebra will straight by itself. So let me try experiment with all of you. Okay, please follow me. You can close your eye. Okay, close your eye. All right. Okay. Close your eye, and you can remove your small cushion. Experiment, see whether the energy really goes through your vertebra. Okay. Remove the small cushion. All right. Okay. Close your eye. Please imagine now the energy in the form of the light go into the head and flow down just according to the vertebra. All right, down until to the bottom and reach the floor. And the energy from the floor also flow up through your vertebra at the bottom of the vertebra, flow up, and go and come out from the head. And then repeat the steps again. Imagine the energy flow in just along the vertebra and flow down until to the bottom and reach the floor. Again, imagine the energy begins from the floor and start flow into the vertebra and just flow until to the head and come up. Okay, please put up your head. Please open your eye. Okay. Anybody feel that your vertebra strengthens itself? Put up your head. Do you feel it? Still not yet. Nobody feel it. Okay, well, this is one of the crucial points that meaning to say that you're already able to ignite your energy and flow through the vertebra. Usually, once the energy can flow through the vertebra, first, your body will be very healthy. No matter what method you are using, your body will be very healthy. Since you see vertebra itself, it's a very important, it's an organ. Vertebra. It's not the organ, it's what is it? It's a structure. Yes, it's one part of the body. If let's say your vertebra, how to say this, chi is not flow well, usually you have more sick, then people flow well. Okay, so this is one of the points you can check how well is it. Usually, if let's say you can meditate well, maybe about 15 minutes concentration above, or you do the Qigong, this will happen quite often. Usually Qigong more of this than our Buddhism method. Usually Qigong, because Qigong will activate and also ignite and trigger all the Qi flow through the meridian. That is the reason why the person who do the Qigong, they will feel this immediately. It will help us. If let's say the vertebra could be supported by your energy itself, meaning to say that you can feel longer without the support. Now we are using see we need a cushion in order to support. The reason is our waist is not strong enough to support ourselves. Okay? But if let's say it happens to you, meaning to say you can sit long. Okay, I distribute you the video clip. Will you go through 3 undecayable body in Taiwan? Hey, you watched it before. Very good. I hope maybe one day it happens to all of us, undecayable body. Nice, right? Usually in Myanmar, according to, if you try to check the record for the bacteria in Myanmar, quite a few of them, they know when they are going to die. Then they declare, and some they can attain undecayable body. No matter what method, as long as the samadhi attains the undecaying body and knowing when you die, you will have this sort of power naturally. Okay? So I hope one day we all can reach that point. I think what's of Teh is still, it looks something like very still fresh, right? Still fresh. Maybe it sounds a bit awkward for you. Nowhere I die or undecayable body. Maybe eat more Maggi mee is better or faster. A lot of seasoning there, so you can attain the undecayable body. With more seasoning, good seasoning. Okay, the third one is the chi. Okay, if let's say one day you go to Taiwan and you do visit this 3 place, please go, because one of our students do visit, and the magnetic field and the energy field is very good. She can come down so easily, and you can use the power of the Haimang. I hope that I can let my, I can get the best method as soon as possible. All my hindrances gone. You can use their power. I think this is their purpose. Why they live this undecayable body in the world. Just want to let all we are as a Buddhist to look for it and use his power to also attain the same level as them. Okay. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 of you think about. I hope one day you can use this power. Okay. One place is in Taiwan, or if you go to the Guangzhou, Danhua, you can see the Liu Chu and the body is still there. It's the same for 1,500 years. I went there twice already. With that, oh, very good, very good. Okay, if you meditate there, do you feel the energy? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, you should meditate there. But of course, okay, if let's say your chakra open, you will be more sensitive. It is encourageable that you do some preparation before you go to the place, then you can feel how good it is. Or maybe you could go to the holy place. How to say? The Indian. Have you performed pilgrimage before? Pilgrimage in Indian. India. Okay. Well, you especially Bodhi Gaya, even though it's the most noisiest place, but anybody who meditates can still get some comfort. Right? Why? The reason is because the energy is there. But of course, you have to sense it, then you can feel it. And then you can respond. All right, so this is the Qi. Anyway, if let's say you still found that, how come you are not that responsive for it? I would recommend you try the Qigong. Try the Qigong, and then go back to your Dao Ke, the Surangama or what. See whether you can concentrate immediately. You can see the effect immediately. Quite immediate effect. Okay, now we go to the breath. We have 4 types of breath. First is the breathing by nose. Okay, everybody knows, right? We just not hearable, all right? The speed is 16 to 18 times each minute. Okay, right? So meaning to say it's about 4 seconds or for each hour. Okay? Yeah. Okay. But anyway, if let's say if you watch your breath, you want to say, meaning to say that you are controlling your breath. Okay. Should I know anybody you start feel that you have tendency to control your breath? How do you know that? You start difficult to breathe, then you feel chest pain, then you feel almost suffocated, and then you think I'm going to die. So then you say you are controlling your breath. Did that happen to you? No, okay, this is good. Well, some people, if they start controlling their breath, and they cannot help it, the only last resort is they have to change the method. Because you keep on controlling, how can you meditate? The best meditation state, you must be in the empty and relaxing mind, then you can attain to the samadhi. Not in the tension methods. Not. Okay, so this is the breathing by nose. All right. Okay, now we go to the abdominal breathing. Please.
Generally, after the period of meditation, there are automatically people who start to cycle. And someone, body and mind and nature will feel relaxed and comfortable. Breathing is getting slow, long, deep, and thoroughly present. The sufficiency is really in our lungs. They are straight to every cell of the body. Natural rhythm of breathing is specially shifted of lungs, the abdomen, self-controlling it.
Please highlight the point. Okay, we will go through a video clip before we discuss the point here. Let's take a look. So this is the so-called abdominal breathing. So this is the video clip show us that abdominal breathing. Abdominal breathing means to say that the breathing begins from the abdomen, and it takes, how to say, a substitute of a lung. Generally, we are breathing by using our lung to the chest, the movement of the chest. But that is the reason why the breathing doesn't go to the abdomen. Why? Because now most of the time we are still breathing. What are we practicing? It's still a very shallow breathing, and our mind is scattered. Usually, the scattered mind will breathe by using the chest. Okay. But if let's say once you concentrate better, it's getting better. You can experience that the breath go to the abdomen and you start to feel the abdominal breathing. Usually, abdominal breathing will trigger the mind, which is more calm and less restless mind. The mind is more calm. This is the reason why in yoga and Taoism, they used to practice the abdominal breathing. They make it happen. Why? Because they know that once they start abdominal breathing and make it natural, the mind itself immediately will come down easily and can meditate better. So they will do it manually in yoga and the Taoism. Let me see how. Okay. Maybe would you like to try abdominal breathing? No. I just want you to try how does it happen. Okay, you just put on the floor, just lie down like what happened. Okay, let's come here. Okay, you just lie down. Okay, once you lie down, your body, the floor is going to stop you already. Then immediately the only breathing will be the diaphragm. You just experience it. That's all. Okay, like 2 minutes, you just come here. The woman, go to the back. I'll go to the back. You look for the place, you just lie down. Then you pay attention to your abdomen. You experience it. Oh, you understand what does it mean, abdominal breathing. If one day it happens to you, you won't get scary or what, because you know already. You can lie down here. Downstairs. Okay, no need any cushion. Just lie down. Okay, and facing the wall. Okay, yes. Okay, maybe in the beginning you try. Don't use your hand to feel it. Okay, maybe. Yeah. Just try. Okay. Yes. Okay, well, if you feel shy, I don't force you. Okay, right? Okay, now immediately you will start to feel, okay, the abdominal breathing already. The reason is why? Because the chest has been blocked already. You see? Your chest has been blocked, then you feel abdominal is moving now. See? If you cannot feel, please put your hand on the abdominal. That is the so-called abdominal breathing. Okay, you see not? So that is the typical abdominal breathing, but this is we are using some techniques to force it happen. Okay, we are using some technique to force it happen. Okay, it's not the real one. It is not the real one. Oh, I think you make a mistake. This is not about changing the method. Just let you to experience. Because now we are talking about different breathing. You have to know, oh, how is it? How is it? So Lin, just now, do you get it? Okay, so if one day real abdominal breathing occurs, that's what's happening just now. Immediately it goes to very deep, and usually it is deep, deep, long, and thin. Usually the breath will come in this way. No matter what method, it's the same only. The breathing will go through exactly like this manner. Once you start to practice the samadhi. Okay, let's continue. Okay, let's take a look for this. Okay, now we will go through the womb-like breathing and the tortoise-like breathing. Yes, please. The fetus.
Those who have gained jhana, abdominal breathing, breathing, or himself and just every organ. At this moment, how by taking the second, then oxygen the universe is the womb, now the body is the baby cycle. Topic like breathing. The topic is among the animals in the longest time span. They will feel the body even without requiring food and care after having been buried for hundreds of years. Those who meditate before jhana can do the same, the body without air and their heart. The difference of the heart is the body is not stable and biological structure is still alive. When samadhi goes strong, breathing turns from highly positive life to non-negative state. At this moment, the body of the adult has itself formed a small universe. The universe is the body circulating and self-supplying without depending on external energy for consumption. Anyway, here should not be a vision and act in confusion. After those breathing, the abdominal breathing is constantly good.
Please highlight the point. Okay, we will go through a video clip before to discuss this point. Okay, before I go through the video clip, usually abdominal breathing, the joy will be quite strong in abdominal breathing, and people tend to, you cannot help yourself from meditate once you attain the abdominal breathing. The reason is once abdominal breathing, our abdomen will replace the lung and will pump in a lot of oxygen to every cell of the body. So at that time you feel very joy, and also the meditating in our leg usually will be clear up. Then you prefer meditate, and you don't want to how to say you can't stop from meditating. Okay, so this is a very crucial point, abdominal breathing for most of the meditators. No matter what dharma do, you will progress like this. So generally, no matter what method you are using, you can check how's the breath and know, and to determine your progress. Okay, so we'll go through a video clip. All right. So, does it make sense to you? Okay, let me adjust. Okay, can you take a look to the notes? Just start according to the video clip. Do you think which type of breathing the Lama Kudru is using? Abdominal breathing, womb-like breathing, and tortoise-like breathing. Which one you think? Tortoise. All of you agree? Yes, In the beginning, you notice that he is just like you and I. Before going to the box, what is that? 那个缸叫什么？它进去一个缸里面的。Box is a box. Okay. I think in the beginning, it's just like you and I, maybe just chest breathing, maybe a little bit abdominal breathing. Okay. Then once he starts to want to perform himself, he go inside, and the breathing is changing from abdominal go to the womb-like breathing. But it is impossible for long-term womb-like breathing. The reason is the oxygen in the box is inadequate for him to continue for womb-like breathing. Take a look. For womb-like breathing, they are still using a toporus, right? suppress, meaning to say the hole in the skin for breathing, right? Okay. But okay, once I think maybe certain period, immediately he goes to the 30 slide breathing and stop the breathing, and he can sustain. It's about how many minutes? 6 minutes. Yes. Okay. Well, the way we see that, maybe for some people they think, wow, it's like performing like magic, but actually it is explainable, and it can happen to you and I. If let's say we really go through it practice it. But I believe usually there must be involved some past life paramita. There must be some accumulation. Even suddenly that you and I can just do this out, put this like breathing. No, usually there must be some past life. The people accumulate their cultivation until now they can perform this. Okay. Well, I've already I played the video clip to many students. Some they really admire. They found that they hope that one day I can attain the 40 slide breathing. Okay, and then her husband said that, oh yes, I will support her. So once she performs 40 slide breathing, I will at the side and just see how to say safeguard her to perform it. Okay. Anyway, according to some history, it happens that some people they really do the 40 slide breathing. I think maybe in the fourth jhana, and some misunderstood happened. I remember that there's one story that a high monk, old monk, a senior monk, he can really meditate until to the stage of the 30 slide breathing and stop breathing. And his disciple thought he died, and he burned his body. He really burned his body. And once, actually, his conscious already run to somewhere else. So-called soul run to somewhere else. After one very certain time, the soul come back. But he noticed that, where's my body? Also, he always asks, where's my body? Okay, since the sound is so clear, okay, wherever in the house can hear it, so they label the house as the ghost house. Oh, so the story just spread out. Okay, there's another Chinese also senior monk heard about that. He said, I want to try. So he go to the house. I think it's a Master Xuan Hua. He go to the house and stay. Immediately he hear the sound again. Where's my body? Where's my body? I think Master Xuan Hua got excited. Immediately he said, oh, you are not ghost. Actually, you are very high attained meditator, but you just don't let go your body, so that you are just always go everywhere to look for your body. Why don't you just put down your body? Immediately he realized. Then he entered to the nirvana already, liberation already. You see? So meaning to say that sometimes we don't realize that we attain to certain level and need somebody to remind us. So this is quite good. But I think it's not easy to happen. Or I think what happens that you meditate and then your conscious run, then people burn you. I think not that easy. But anyway, if let's say one day you notice that your meditation is getting better and better, you have to tell the people around you. How about your son, your kids? Do they know what are you doing now? You put a lot of time. They also meditate, right? They don't now, but they know what their father, mother did. They won't go to burn you now. If you go to the forest breathing, you won't write. Okay. So this is what we expect will happen if, let's say, you really put more time into do the meditation. Okay. So there's a 30 slide breathing. Okay. Once somebody goes strong, the breathing turns from partly 30 slide to the fully 30 slide. Okay. Please remember, highlight the fourth jhana. Fourth jhana very clearly that we know that fourth jhana, once you attain fourth jhana, your breath will stop, totally stop. Okay. But how long you can sustain the fourth jhana, it depends on individual. But according to our history, especially in our Chinese Buddhism, it happens that we mistakenly deem that fourth jhana is the fourth arahant. Why? The reason is we don't have a very good checking system to check that difference between the fourth jhana and the arahantship. Okay, it is not fully developed in our Chinese Buddhism, but it is more fully developed in Myanmar, especially Abhidharma tradition. Okay, why the misunderstood could occur? First, you see, if let's say you attain to the fourth jhana, okay, you will maybe enjoy from down to dusk. All the five defilements, just how we mentioned, the 5 resistance will be suppressed for a long time. Maybe for 1 month, it doesn't appear. And you always stay in the line, okay, you feel with the joy, and you eat less, and you feel that you're never angry. If you are in this situation, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you surely will think that, am I Arahant? Maybe I am the Arahant. Then you tell people, oh, I think I'm Arahant, I'm liberated. But actually, no. The reason is why? Because the object of meditation. If let's say you keep on observe your breath or your nimitta, okay, we are going to mention later on, quite sure, this is samadhi, this is not the vipassana. Okay, but if let's say you go to observe the ultimate truth, what does it mean ultimate truth? You go to observe your 5 aggregates, and from 5 aggregates, systematically, you feel the joy, and you can feel, and then you attain the nirvana. That will be the arahantship. So that's the difference. Meaning the key point is, what is your meditation subject? That is the key point. If you go to observe, a pohao, or maybe anapana, the breath, or the nimitta, quite sure this is a samadhi. This is not the vipassana. Only the vipassana will incur the nirvana. I think the arahantship lah. Or then we call it as the 唯心净土 or 实相念佛. And then with this thing, the phenomena will occur. But if we just keep on concentrate in one method, for example, the nimitta, or the pohao, or anapanasati, or mantra itself, sure this is the samadhi. This is not the vipassana. Samadhi will create hot jhana. 1, 2, 3, 4, hot jhana. And the joy, everything will be there. Okay, so this is something, actually, I've been in Mahayana also for quite a long time. Until this moment, I realized that it seems like we missed out certain theory. And sometimes I remember that, if let's say we go to share, we tell people that, oh, during meditation I feel joy, oh, I see the light. People will say that, oh, later on, don't talk about it. They will think like that in our tradition. But finally I noticed that no, in Theravada, since all this phenomena is quite clearly stated in the Sutta or Abhidhamma, so we know that this is the phenomena along the way for meditation. So we know that, oh, this is nothing wrong actually. This is this is what's happening. Later on, we are going to further to the nimitta, so you can check the nimitta with your progress now, actually. So let's take a look. Now we go to grab the meditation object. Okay, we already finished the counting. Remember, in this the first lesson, we already finished the counting, and also we have already finished long and short breath. Am I right? Okay, so there's a totally 5 steps. We already finished 2 steps. Now we go to the third step, is the whole breath. Okay, please spread it out. The meditator.
The meditator should be aware of whole breath, in reaching from the beginning to the end. We should not be mentally labeled as beginning. Or you can label that label such as deep breath, feeling in now. Even going the whole breath from the beginning to the end, which is starting at one place on the nostril of the lip. Without following it, it's got the body all the time. If the meditator is for 1 or 2 hours, then the guitar may arrive. However, regardless of whether the guitar arises or not, you should not continue the meditation.
Okay, please highlight the point. How should I pronounce this word?
Meditator.
Yeah, just how you pronounce lim or mediator, right? It's not right, mediator. Meditator is right. Okay. Sorry, I didn't record down. Okay, what does it mean for the whole breath? Let's take a look. This is the meaning of whole breath. Okay, once we are doing the whole breath, okay, meaning to say that from the beginning, this point, and go to this point, we are clear in all the details. That is the meaning of the whole breath. In the beginning, we talk about the long and short breath, meaning to say that you will notice that the breath go in and go out. Sometimes it takes longer time. Sometimes it takes shorter time. But just observe in this area. Now, once we go to the whole breath, we need to say that you just, by knowing long and short is not enough. You have to know the whole process along this breath. Shall I know long breath, short breath is more subtle, or the whole breath is more subtle? Which one method is more subtle? Whole breath, right? Yes. You see, a long breath, short breath, we need to say that comparatively, I think it is more rougher. Why? Because you just know in and out only this all. But for whole breath, you know the whole detail. The short breath, you know how, even though it's a short breath, but you know how does it go through this part. And the long breath also, yes. Okay. Okay, if you compare the long breath and short breath with the counting breath, which is more rough? Counting and long and short breath. You see, if counting the breath, meaning to say that you observe the breath in, out, then you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? And continue again. Okay. But if a long breath and short breath, you need to say that you will stop counting and just observe the breath in, out, in, out. It's sometimes a long, sometimes it's a short. The short is more subtle. Long breath, short breath, or counting breath. Yes, counting is more subtle. Then counting is compared with the whole breath. Whole breath is more subtle. So the way all you do, you say, okay, what if I do the Ami Papa with the breath together? That is quite similar with counting breath. You know what I mean? It's a small and counting breath. Okay, meaning to say that if you don't let go of the Pohao, you will be just in the primary level. You cannot go to the deeper and deeper level. You see or not? Okay, so that's what is the theory we can explain here. Okay, we keep on to see how after the whole breath, we'll go to the mental wish. Okay, please read through it. Okay, at this stage,
you need a mental wish. In my mind, gradually that becomes good after it comes by itself. One strong purposely make the right hand. If you purposely make the right hand, then gradually your that will become tired. Breath becomes faster by itself, and the mind becomes only. Most meditators, by the power of meditation, will not find the head, nose, or body. But it only the breath and the mind which is meditating on it. At that moment, you can find I or he. At the time, there is only the concentrated mind fixed on the breath. The mind is concentrated on it for an hour. Then for that period, even the connected between the worthy affair become highly wholesomeness. This kusala becomes rather close to vajara samadhi, except concentration, due to present and effort concentration, and past paramat, the past good deed, the nimitta, the
nimitta, not nimitta. Okay, it's the Pali. Okay, please highlight the point. Okay, class, if let's say you have determined that you want Western Pure Land Nian Fo Fa Men, okay, if you begin watch the breath with the Nian Fo, once your mind calm down, if you already determined for the Nian Fo Fa Men, please drop the breath, not drop the Nian Fo. Right now, You just ignore the breath and just concentrate in the near form. And from there, also can accumulate. The samadhi also will build up. And that once the attainment, if let's say it's attained to the jhana, we so-called it 念佛三昧. 念佛三昧 meaning to say that samadhi from chanting the Buddha name. But if let's say you drop the Buddha name and you observe the breath, the samadhi you obtain will be anapanasati of samadhi. But so you have to know where you want to go. Then you decide which one you drop. Okay, maybe sometimes for some people in the beginning, counting the breath, no. Watching the breath with nianpo, they feel better. Both works together, they will feel better. So you have to choose which one dhamma you are. If you determine already, so you have to drop one of it, so that you can continue, make it more stronger and stronger for your samadhi. So here actually you can see the step for you. Okay, all right. But I think what we all learned before from Puri Fasters is quite different system, right? Very different system. Okay, if I just have a look, see, okay, how can you make use of it? Okay, and one thing I made it quite clear is about the Shixiang Nianpo. Said this is to say that so far I still cannot find people can teach the most difficult part of the Nianpo. The Shixiang Nianpo one. So maybe you have to go to China, whether you can get somebody or not. But if you talk about 波州三昧廖连长老in Taiwan still practice this method. 波州三昧 meaning to say that if the success in the Nianpo, you will see 10 directions of Buddha appear in front of you. That is the so-called 波州三昧. I think that is about right. There's 10 directions of the Buddha will appear in front of you, and they are stopped from lie down and sit down. 7 days you have just walk and stand on it. That is a 波州三昧. Okay, so I heard about it. Okay, but I think one night if you don't sleep, you can become ghost already. It is quite many days so they must have a fundamental. So let's take a look. Mental wish meaning to say that my gross breath becomes, yes, make a determination. Okay, say if you do the Nianpo Famana, before you start, you say, may I half an hour concentrate well in my Buddha name. Think about this mental wish can give you the power to get a better result. Okay, so this is the mental wish here. Okay, but anyway, according to here, it said that if you purposeful make the breath calm, then gradually you will gasp for air and become tired. So don't try to control the breath. Okay, but one thing is, Lim, you mentioned that you feel tired. You need to say that you have already used some power, so that you will feel tired. You overuse it already. So you have to adjust yourself. We're very hard. We can tell you how to become in the middle path. You need to say that you are concentrated, but not over exhausted yourself. You have to test it for yourself. All right. Okay. Just like play the guitar, the Dharma instrument. Okay, you say that. Okay. By the power of meditation, do not find the head, nose, or the body. Yes. Okay. If let's say you don't find the head, nose, or the body, or the whole body, if you don't feel it exists, meaning to say that you are in the excess concentration. Congratulations to you. So don't be scared. If one day you meditate, the whole body disappears. That is a very good sign, meaning to say you are in the excess concentration already. Excess concentration is somewhere very near to the first jhana. Okay. Can anybody answer me? How do you define that you already reached 30 Buddhist temple? How do you? How should I define you? You've already reached 30 Buddhist temple. After crossing the gate, right? Well, nobody can answer here. After crossing the gate, you need to say you reached my place already. Okay, if you are in the front of the gate, are you considered reached 30 Buddhist temple? Not yet, right? So if you are in the gate, it is excess concentration. Once you cross the gate, you are in the first jhana. So that's the difference. That's the difference between that. Okay, okay. Here you said that and that moment you cannot find I or he. Yeah, but actually this one I or he is again this will create misunderstood. Some people once they meditate, the whole body disappears. They thought, oh, I'm already enlightened. No, this is a samadhi. This is a samadhi. Okay, how do I define that you are enlightened? if let's say you are practicing vipassana, I'm quite sure that is the enlightenment. But if you do the samadhi and the body disappears, this is not I or he. No. Your I or he is still there, but just a samadhi so strong and suppress, certain part in the brain and make you feel that you yourself, space and time is no more existent. It's something to do with the brain. You can go to research for it. Because through the samadhi meditation power, suppress certain part in the brain, you will feel faithless and timeless at that time. Okay, so this is the so-called upachara samadhi. Now we go to the nimitta, the very important part for today's lesson. Okay, the nimitta. Yes.
The nimitta can appear in different people in different ways. It can look like a white thread or white car or white blue. It can appear to some as if the brain is opaque or like the sun, moon, or pillar or ruby. It appears to different people in different ways because it is produced by the perception. Even the go anapanasati, only one meditation subject, can produce various types of nimitta depending on the individual's perception. The breath may become smoky gray color in the beginning. At that time, you get the mind calmly on the breath. Only then will the breath and blue color become one without any difference. When the nimitta is gray smoke color, it is the parikama nimitta at the parikama samadhi stage. If it becomes white in the deep of cotton, the nimitta is called the Buddha nimitta. Becomes quite high. If this white Buddha nimitta is started suitable, the meditator must try to become mind, calm, and concentrate on it. At this stage, if you try to do so, you should not pay attention to the color of the nimitta, but pay attention on it after the nimitta. For example, there is a cup full of water. Where is placed in it, like this example, just take the mind into the nimitta. Do not investigate. It is not necessary to investigate anicca, dukkha, anatta. It is not necessary to investigate whether it is whole, heart, or soul, and not necessary to pay attention to the color of the nimitta. One needs to try to make the mind calm and concentrate on the nimitta only. If he tries so, the nimitta will change from the white stage to the very radiant stage, like Venus and Venus. Such a nimitta is called Pativaga nimitta. If the Patava nimitta is attained, try to make a difference, mind calm and concentrated on it. If the mind is calm and concentrated on the nimitta for 1 or 2 hours, most meditators can easily discern the jhana factor if they reflect on them at that time.
Okay, to highlight the point. So this is the most important part today. Why you didn't highlight?
Because I forgot to bring it. Yeah, you don't highlight it.
Oh, you forgot to bring the notes. We're about to finish the class already. You still forget to bring the notes. Oh, I think next lesson will be the last lesson already. We reach here already, I know. Repeat that. They cannot do it. finish. Okay. Finish highlight. Let's take a look at this diagram. Oh, different from the notes. The wording is different. Shall I know? Same. Just now, I don't know why certain words joins together. You don't feel that? Okay, you can come to that. Okay. Yes, very different. This one, Padibaga? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, Padibaga is correct. This is the proper Pali terms. But once you print it out, it runs something wrong. It's got something wrong already. I think Pali terms here not properly shown. You please just more focus on English. Okay. Okay, here there's a three important keywords. It's the Parikama Nimitta, Ugaha Nimitta, and Padibaga Nimitta. It's a three important keywords. Okay, please do a little bit correction. Okay, Padibaga. Okay, Padibaga. Okay, Padibaga Nimitta. Okay. So how do these three nimitta relate to our meditation? Okay, let me show you how does it. Okay, let's take a look. No matter whatever meditation method you are using, there will be parikama in the beginning. For those who start the anapanasati, you found the breath, that is the parikama nimitta. For those who start the mantra or apejo, okay, we hear, that is the parikama nimitta. When we start to nianpo, this is the parikama nimitta. Or maybe we go to joy, we go to repentance, okay, we start to vow, that is all we so-called parikama nimitta. Okay? But usually, for certain people, from parikama nimitta, it's quite easy to turn out, become the ugaha nimitta. What does it mean, ugaha nimitta? Okay, if you do the anapanasati, some people, they will see a light appear in front of them, which is in grayish color. Okay, but it depends on individual. Some will see like a cotton, some will see like a cloud, some will see like a ruby, some will see like a smoke, some will see like a cobweb, and some will see like a sun. Why it happens like this? What does it happen so? The reason is because our perception is different. Okay, and it will be influenced, and it is subject to influence. Sometimes people, they heard that, oh, nimitta is like a cloud, okay, or like a waterfall. So she thinks that, oh, waterfall, it looks nice. Okay, when you start to meditate, immediately it will become waterfall. Why? Because it is influenced by our perception. Okay, some people, it is very easy to appear in some of the people, especially if you can meditate quite well, at least more than half an hour to about 1 hour, it will appear. What shall we do? Ignore it, please. In the beginning, you should ignore it for the ugaha nimitta. Okay, ugaha nimitta, especially for anapanasati. Okay, if let's say you need for, usually the ugaha nimitta, also the shape is not definite. If you do the mantra chanting, also it's not definite. Sometimes it can be like a line, like a spotlight, like shining. Sometimes it's run here, run there. What shall we do? Just ignore it. Keep on concentrate on your method. For certain type of methods, this will be very clear and stable. The shape of the nimitta is quite definite. What is it? If you visualize Buddha, okay, this is the so-called parikama nimitta. But once the samadhi is attained, the Buddha will shine out the light. Okay, since the samadhi is getting stronger and stronger, and it should be the Buddha. It shouldn't be Guan Yin. If the Buddha standing, once it's standing, cannot be light down one. That will be wrong already. Okay, or if you do the kasina, you try to visualize the color, okay, the color, or you go to visualize the candle, Ugaha nimitta will exactly perform like a parikama nimitta. You know what I mean? Okay, it depends on what is the parikama. If the parikama is a fixed form, so Ugaha will be the fixed form. Okay, it shouldn't be other form. Okay, and the shape, it doesn't matter. What we want is the stability of it. Usually, if you go to interview, you tell the teacher that, oh, I see so many lights, the light is running, so wonderful. Usually, we don't bother all this. We just ask, is light stable or not? It should be stable. Okay, the color and the fluctuation of the Ugaha nimitta reflect your mind. Your mind made it, so it is fluctuating.
Why did it come out? I mean, perception was the reason here is because
Samadhi.
Samadhi.
Yes. Okay, you have to go back to Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma can explain this. Once we concentrate well in our samadhi, okay, we will manage to create a lot of materiality. Okay. According to Abhidhamma, there's a 4 types of materiality. Okay. First, okay, it's created by 4 factors. First, your past life karma can create the materiality. Second, the materiality can be created by one is the past life karma. Second is by food. You're eating food. You eat the food. After food digests, it can create some materiality. Okay, materiality. 色法啦, the rupa, the 色法. Second is I mentioned is the food. The third one is the temperature. The temperature, the fire element within our cell. Within our cell, our body has a lot of cells. The fire element. So the fire element, the fourth is our mental. Our mental itself can create a lot of materiality, the rupa. Okay. Once the samadhi is really well, you will create a lot of the materiality which is created by your mind. And within the materiality, there's a fire element. Once the accumulation of the fire element, you will see the light. So that is the reason why. And this is my puzzle for many years. Because in Mahayana, when I talk about this, people will say, you cannot mention all this. So we can only stop only, okay? You cannot mention more. Why? Because we are missing this part, theory in our Mahayana. That's why I want to tell the Mahayanist practitioner so that you will get and you know this is a good step for you. Because once you go to the Ugaha nimitta, you have to wait for the Patibhaga nimitta. Patibhaga nimitta meaning to say that you will, if you're getting more transparent your nimitta, even more beautiful, and it is under your copyright. Yes, it's very beautiful under copyright. If it's anapanasati, the Patibhaga nimitta will unify together with the breath. If a Nian Po Famen, sorry, no Patibhaga nimitta. Until to the Ugaha nimitta, you'll feel the whole light covering you to stop already. Okay, but for Nian Po Famen, if you don't want to further, you stop here. Just wait for Amitabha to bring you to guide you. Okay, if you do, if let's say you want to further, you have to shift the method to the more subtle method. Like, for example, Anapanasati, you visualize the Buddha statue, because the visualization of Buddha statue can go stronger samadhi compared to just the Nian Po. If you just go to the bowing now, usually maybe just parikama cannot go very deep, but the joy can arise. The joy can arise. Okay, so from here you can judge that where are you for the past many years cultivation, how long you can get, where is the stage of samadhi you have attained before, you will know that. From the characteristic of the nimitta, you will know that. For some people, very easy to get. Some people, very tough to get. For some people, once they get it, they accidentally lost it. They can't regain it back. So remember, if you get the nimitta, a few things you have to avoid. First, don't use your nimitta to heal people. Because for some people, once they appear the nimitta, they can use the power to heal the people. Don't do it. Or once the nimitta is gone, it's just like an abortion. You have difficulty to get a second pregnant. Second, okay, if you got a sickness, nimitta can gone easily. One of my Dharma brother, okay, he meditated in Myanmar and attained about the first 2 second jhana, quite good, but he got the malaria. I mean the then Myanmar is quite underdeveloped and a lot of, how to say, we so-called this out of mosquito that is still available there. So once you got the malaria, the nimitta gone, can they come back again? Okay, so this is a few things. So this is the reason why once you join the retreat, you are banned from talking, because some talking can make the nimitta disappear. So you must be keep quiet. Once you get the nimitta, it's just like you're pregnant already. You have to really take good care of it. We call it holy pregnant in Visuddhimagga. This is a very, how to say, this is a very precious moment. You have to really take good care of it. And your 5 precepts must be very well. Keep it very well, 5 precepts.
So if the nimitta is in your samadhi that you can see, even if you don't want to go into the samadhi, the nimitta should be there. What day you want to have?
No, the reason is that the nimitta it appears in the form like an energy, you know. Or like energy. It relates to your body, you know. If your body is very weak, usually the nimitta is not sustainable. Why? Because when you wake, your samadhi also gone. Where do we see people, very weak people can samadhi very well? Yeah. But if you got a disease like say malaria, usually the people weak, they cannot fully recover as previously they are, you know. So this is the problem. They cannot recover it better. No. It doesn't happen to my Dharma brother. It doesn't happen though. But so after a few, after he worked 1 or 2 years, gone already. But he also renounced that. He also disrobed that. So no further story anymore. But I know that he told me, we know very well that he lost it. Now he's just waiting. But just can't wait long. 1 or 2 years old. So no more story. Now he's busy making money to raise up the kids. I can't talk about this already. You know what I mean? Okay, so the sickness also will create. So you need to say that in order to have a good samadhi, the healthy also important. Everything has to support. With a good food, with a good environment, then you can have this type of so-called nimitta period. Okay, so this is important for you. The reason is most of the Mahayanis, they don't realize it. Some can easily get it, but they don't know how to understand it and how to handle it. You all know one day talk with other Mahayanis, they say, I see this thing, I don't know whether right, wrong or not. No. You can back that. They say, no, according to the notes you learn, you are okay. You just keep on with it. Or maybe you can go further, how you can guide them. This is something I feel, how do I say, I should try to do to help our Mahayanis with this part of the theory. Okay, so remember that. This was it, you wouldn't do. Okay, you mean you see the nimitta with the attachment or not, right? Right, not? Okay. Well, okay, the same theory of me. For example, okay, I eat durian now. I feel joy with the durian now. Is the joy itself attachment? I enjoy the durian. Very good. Is the joy itself attachment? No, it's not attachment. Joy is the joy. Attachment is the greedy element. Is the greedy mental factor. Joy itself is a factor. How do we differentiate it? Very simple. Tomorrow, you try to think about, I want to eat the musang cake. Without musang cake, I cannot sleep. I will drive 10 hours just to get the musang cake. That is sure it's attachment already. You see, you know what I mean now? Okay, so for us, okay, I feel joy. Tomorrow, okay, I will look for it again, but if I couldn't get it, doesn't matter. So this is not attachment. Sure, you will miss it, but this is a good one. Every day I want to try to think for what's our lunch. If you think for what make you enjoy before, this is attachment, not that really. The very obvious attachment is like what I said. You drive 10 hours just to get the musang cake. You will knock the door of the store without musang cake. I cannot sleep. That is really attachment. How do you differentiate clearly? By learning Abhidhamma. Because of this, we got a project is so-called psychology, Buddhism psychology. That we do, which is very clear. Buddhism psychology. If you wish, you can join the class. Maybe not learning of this mentality part. So that you're very clear of the definition. Why? Because usually our mind is not very clear in this type of area. Usually it's a lot of gray area. I feel confused of is hardworking also attachment? Right? Not it's joy is attachment. We used to confuse. Why? Because the definition for our binary subject is not that very clear in our area. Okay, I don't know very clear. Am I clear enough? The domain is clear, right? All right. Okay. So that's why you see, if you think for Muntang King, it's not attachment. If you think for the jhana, how can you say attachment? That joy will make you to continue and make you more vigorous. So without joy, it's very dull. Right or not? Okay. So anyway, you have to remember that if you do anapanasati, you ignore the nimitta, accept the nimitta, unify with the breath. This is the only exception. You go to observe it. If the nimitta appears, you go to see it, it will disappear. The reason is concentration is the cause, nimitta is the effect. You should concentrate on the cause, but not the effect. If you go to see the effect, then all things is gone already. So say if you nian for or you visualize the Buddha, you see nimitta appear, don't worry. Just keep on your nian for. Just the Buddha name. It will getting stronger and stronger and brighter and brighter. But if you go to watch it, immediately everything gone already. So you have to know which one is the cause, which one is the effect. Okay, do you get it? Okay. For example, you nian for or you do anapanasati. Suddenly a Guan appears. So the Guan says, calm. Which one you should observe? Just the breath. Okay, then you disappear. Okay. If you observe your breath, suddenly you feel very joy. Okay, your mind is very calm. Which one you should observe? The joy or the anapanasati? Yes, anapanasati. Don't go to observe the joy. You know that, very good, but don't observe it. Okay. The third one, you observe the breath. Suddenly the nimitta appears, running. It's very interesting, dancing. Which one you should observe? Yes, still the breathing. Or nian for, you still keep on to the nian for. That is important. So you won't go wrong right here. All these they will be more stronger, more brighter, some more, how to say, more colorful once you keep on observing your breath on the foreheart. So your samadhi will getting stronger and stronger. But one thing I want to say that, just remember, once the nimitta unify with the breath, then you observe the breath itself, you also observe the nimitta at the same time. Okay. For nian po usually, because in terms of amitabha, the nimitta is more big here, the area is covered more big. Usually cannot go further. So we just stop at the first concentration and you experience the whole body disappears. That's very good already. It's very good already. It's considered very good. So have to pay more effort to reach this. So this is the so-called the nimitta. Okay, let's take a look here. I just roughly go through, alright. So different people with different ways. Okay, so because due to the perception, take a look, perception here, alright. So usually anapanasati, it begins with a smoky gray color. So meaning to say that if your nimitta appears, whatever you think it will appear. If let's say amitabha appears, then is it visualized by yourself or it's the real one? Okay. There's two ways you can differentiate it. If let's say Amitabha appears, because I think there's a little bit contradiction in our Dharma Doha. Because we used to tell people that it is good symptom that Amitabha comes to you, right? But in the Samadhi, we used to say, ignore, don't go to border. So if the thing comes, if the Amitabha comes, it's a real one, shall I ignore it or not? Right? Okay, there's two ways you can differentiate. If it appears like a picture, this is visualized by you. But if it appears 3D like a movie, usually this is the real one. You see or not? So this is how you differentiate which one is the real and which is not real. And everything has to go back to your preset. Usually your preset hold very well. The thing comes, it's a good thing. Because we so-called the demon also can manifest, right? The demon can manifest, the soul also can manifest. So it go back to your preset. The preset well, the thing consequence must be well one. If your preset is not that good now, usually you see all these things, we will be skeptical whether it's a real thing or not. Okay, get the point. So this is certain thing. Okay, let's continue, have a look. You see, okay, the nimitta grayish smoke color, parikama, alright? Then it becomes ugaha nimitta. Ugaha meaning to say that, okay, the subject, it's getting better already, ugaha nimitta. Okay. If let's say you visualize the Buddha statue, when you close your eye, and the image appears in your mind, exactly same things like open your eye, that is ugaha nimitta. Ugaha nimitta. Definition of ugaha nimitta means to say that the image appears in your mind is exactly same once you open your eye. That is ugaha nimitta. So once ugaha nimitta, the Buddha is appeared. So you keep on just visualize it until it becomes samadhi. Once it becomes transparent, very bright, so that is the so-called padibhaga nimitta. Usually it takes 1 to 2 hours padibhaga nimitta to reach the first jhana. Must be very strong samadhi. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, at this stage, please should not pay attention on the color. Yes, don't go to watch the color of it. Don't investigate it. Okay, don't bother the cold, hard, soft, or we just ignore it. Okay, one needs to try to make the mind calm and concentrate on the nimitta only. Okay, so just don't try to do this. Okay, right. Okay, you see, the nimitta will change from the white stage to the very green color, right? Okay. Then now, okay, nimitta for 1 or 2 hours, meditator can easily discern the jhana. Yeah, if you can attain the padibhaga nimitta about 1 to 2 hours, congratulations that you are about in the first jhana. Okay, so that is the class for today. I wish you can do some recap. Okay, so next lesson I think will be the last lesson. Let me take a look. Yes, next lesson will be the last lesson. We'll finish this part and then do a little bit exercise. And then we come to you. Then I wait for another batch, another intake to come with you. Okay. Then I would like to announce that next Saturday no class because I have a Dharma talk in Langkawi. Okay. So next Saturday we will be having class. I think you want to. Yes, the first Saturday in July. Yes. So next lesson, next Saturday no class. If you've got the schedule, just let us know. Because they're a big group. If you come, we have. You're also not around. So the next Saturday we are around. Okay, last week we all appeared at the same time now. Okay. So I'll let you all to do some recap. So I think let me separate you all. You're too strong. Separate it. Good. Okay. No. Should try to keep it okay. Let you finish it. Okay. And you are very familiar with from school. Three. That's all you together.